everyone, and welcome to our universe.
The CayVin Universe.
Oh, yes, we are your hosts. I'm Vinny.
And I'm Caylin.
As always, you can follow us at the CayVin Universe on social media and YouTube.
And you can email us your questions, comments, and suggestions to the CayVinUniverse@gmail.com.
Oh, yes. Awesome. It's a great day. We hope you guys are having a good day. If you're not having a good day, we hope that listening to us talk about these crazy facts on space.
Yeah, crazy. Not weird.
We're
Switching
changing the
it
name.
up a bit.
Yeah, changing the name. Yeah, crazy facts. So thank you for listening again. And like I said, we hope we brighten your day up a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully.
And give you some insights on some interesting facts that honestly I really didn't know until I looked them up. And I tend to, like to know a lot about space and the universe. And it's crazy how some of these I didn't know.
Yeah, that was one thing that I was nervous about, writing down my facts. Just being worried that you were going to already know it, But I try to look for some that I think I don't think he would know that.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah, same. I'm sure there's going to be some interesting ones.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and get started?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, awesome.
Okay. So the Apollo astronauts' footprints on the moon will be there for at least 100 million years.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
I know, yeah. So it's just basically because there's no atmosphere, so there's no wind or water to, erode or anything.
I was just thinking how you said you were trying to think of ones that I didn't know.
I know, and the first one you knew.
I mean, it's a really cool fact. I almost wrote that one too.
Honestly. And not very many other people may not know that. So.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with one that kind of blew my mind a little bit. So there's a supermassive black hole at the heart of every galaxy, basically at the center of every galaxy. And these black holes, even if some people may have been aware of these black holes, because I've been aware, I've heard that there's like one black hole in every galaxy. I've heard that too. But anyway, so these black holes can go up to 15 million times the mass of the sun.
15 million.
Yeah, 15 million size the mass of the sun. And most, I was trying to look more into it, but basically the article was kind of weird, but it was saying most are switched off if they don't have enough energy. So I guess it's just like a dead black hole.
Yeah.
So it's just turned off if they don't have enough food supply. But anyway, the main mystery is that what are the black holes exactly doing there?
Yeah.
So
that's the part that freaks me out.
Yeah, it's basically did the black hole create the universe it's currently in, or did the universe create the black hole? Is basically the big question. Yeah. So that's what I was telling you whenever I was writing it down. I kind of went into it with you a little bit, but then I stopped because I wanted to talk about it on the podcast. But it's like,
you're like so fascinated by it. You're sitting there and you're like, and I'm like, are you okay?
I'm just
and
like,
you're just very interested.
I was like, I'm getting anxiety.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is freaking me out.
I was like, what?
Because it makes me think like, is that just it? Is black holes like basically teleportation devices into another universe? We don't know because everyone thinks you go to black hole, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's like, if it's at the center of every universe, what if every universe was at some time or another in a different universe, and then it went through a black hole, and then the black hole just spit it out on the other side into another universe?
That's a possibility.
Yeah, or another place in space. I don't know.
And what kind of tests are even done to prove like that for people to say like, oh well, yeah, you go into a black hole, nothing happens.
Exactly.
Like, how do they even really know?
That's the thing, and that's something I'll bring up in one of my later facts. But it's like, it's how do they know this shit?
Yeah, it's like, did you go and come back?
Yeah, it's all scientific and stuff. But at the same time, I think there's a lot more that goes on.
Oh yeah.
Maybe on Earth you can do everything scientific, but when it goes to the universe, I think it goes beyond science. Yeah. It goes beyond our comprehension. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I do.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Wow. You probably know this one too. My next fact: 99% of our solar system's mass is the sun.
I didn't know it was 99.
99%.
I didn't know it was that number.
Yeah, and cool. Then I also wrote like a little extra thing that I read about it. So every second, it fuses approximately 600 million tons of hydrogen to helium, and it also converts about 4 million tons of matter to energy as a byproduct. So I just thought that was interesting, so that's why I wrote it down.
Holy shit.
I know.
Whoa.
The sun. I wrote like a bunch about the sun, actually. Shut up about the sun.
Shut up about the sun. We need to insert that in.
I know, right?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. You want me to go next?
Yeah, blow my mind.
Yeah, baby. So the universe. This one was kind of weird, and I want to look more into it when when I have time on my own. But the universe has averagely, I guess, is that a word? The universe has the same temperature everywhere.
The what again?
So on average, the universe has the same temperature everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
I would guess that. Wow.
Yeah, so that's what makes me kind of want to fact check it is that, like, what about all the different areas where there's, like, different stars and stuff? Of course, that's going to be hotter.
Yeah, and isn't there, like, a known, like, hottest planet and, like, a known, like, one of the colder ones?
There we go. Let's fact check it.
So, it is time. We should have, like, a little fact check jingle.
Right.
It says the temperature. Oh, I was reading. The temperature of the. No, down. The temperature of the cosmic microwave background, the radiation bathing all of space is remarkably uniform. It varies less than 0.001 degrees from a chilly 2.725 Kelvin. I wouldn't fucking know.
All right, cool fact. Let's move on, people.
I'm like, that didn't really answer our question. Speak English.
All right, cool. Thank you, Google. Awesome.
Okay. So more energy from the sun hits Earth every hour than the entire planet uses in a year.
Holy shit.
That's a lot, right?
Why aren't we fucking solar paneling everything then? You know what I mean?
People are, because I also wrote that the use of solar energy has increased at a rate of 20% each year for the past 15 years.
Well, yeah, as technology. Because I was thinking, why haven't people been doing that all along? Well, that does take a certain type of technology. So I guess as technology increases, more people are going to do that because it's smarter. It's, technically free.
Yeah.
You know?
And you'd be surprised, like me, like I work in like the insurance, industry, I guess you can say. And you'd be surprised the amount of people that call regarding like their home policy and is like, oh, I need to add solar panels to my policy.
Right.
I got way more calls than I, expected with something like that. So.
Well, yeah, especially now. I think now, if you're going to do solar power, I think now is the time to get into it because I think eventually, just like everything else, eventually all these fucking, energy companies and all these, head of these, all these, what are they? Well, I'm not going to name any. But anyway, all these head of these energy companies that, of course, make millions and, billions of dollars a year on, just supplying people with energy. Well, they're going to turn around and say, I can get it free from the sun as long as I can pay for the solar panel and the setup.
Exactly.
These companies are going to be whopping their dicks and they're going to try to get them involved. They're going to get politics involved. And I think somehow it's going to be fucked up. But one day, the government's going to try to regulate it in some way where you're still going to have to pay, even though it's free from the fucking sun. So if you're going to get into solar panel, do it now, because one day, just like everything else, the government's going to try to get involved and say it's going to be better for everyone. But in turn, who gets fucked? Us. Get into it now, people. I'm just saying all this just in case one day it happens. I can pull this clip and say I told you so.
Yeah. Remember on this day in 2020?
Yes. As I'm sipping coffee out of a Venom mug, I'm telling you what the fate of politicians and governments and all this bullshit. Yeah, listen to me, people.
You never know.
That's the beauty of podcasts. That's why we're here, people.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't like it, there's still 90,000 podcasts to listen to. So
and counting.
So if you go on the theory of the Big Bang, because that's basically the main, you can say the main scientific theory is the Big Bang theory of how the universe was created. I'm not going to go into, religion or what other people might think because of that. We're just talking based off of science, right?
Yes. So
the universe is 13.82 billion years old. But again, how the fuck they know that, I don't know. Because, I think like I'm talking about government and politicians and all this shit. It's just, I'm just coming from a sense of selfishness, right? But everyone's selfish. Humans, we are selfish. Yeah. And I think when it comes to that, just how politicians and, people in high power and companies are selfish, I think scientists are selfish in a way. And I think scientists want to, like you said, how do they do that? There's people that devote their lives into finding out this information. But at the same time, I think it's like we aren't meant to know all the answers. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can try, but I think there's some things that we're just we're not gonna know the answers to, is because you think everything we know now is all scientific evidence.
Yeah.
But what about the stuff that's there that we haven't proven?
Yeah.
You know, I guess you can say that's all theory until it's proven. It's theory. So basically anything can be real until it's proven.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
but you know, and disproven too. There's lots of things that, you know, you can say have been disproven, but it's like basically where I'm getting at. I know it's confusing, but in my brain I have a monkey with symbols like this right now. But it's just like, yeah, it's just you know, like we posted on our Instagram the other day, there's shit we know we don't know, but then there's shit we don't know that we don't know.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It is crazy. I'm still on the fact that you said how old the universe is.
Oh yeah, I kind of skipped beyond that.
Yeah, I was like, what?
For my selfish thoughts.
Yeah, but that's just, God, I wonder how many other theories there are of how old it could be. You think there's more?
Well, that's the
or do you think
proven,
everybody just sticks to the 13?
That's the proven 13.82 billion years ago. It was like a fireball. It wasn't like a big bang in a circular motion, apparently. It was like a fireball forward, and as it went out, it expanded. And that created the universe.
Some Dragon Ball Z shit or what?
Right? Fucking Kamea.
Yeah.
Yeah. There used to be religion that says that God was standing in the dead of space one day, and he just Kame, and he's the universe is created.
Wow.
That's what it is. Beerus and Goku were freaking Battle of the Gods. We're battling it out, and just the power of them two created the Big Bang.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm just kidding, people. I'm just kidding.
Changed my mind.
Right.
You're the guy at that table in the meme.
Right. Oh yeah, changed my mind. Goku and Beerus created the Big Bang. Changed my mind.
Oh man, funny times. Okay, so Mars has the biggest known volcano. Right? On Mars. So it's named Olympus Mons, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And it is
that giant crater? I don't know if that. No, I think it's something else.
Yeah, no, it's an actual volcano. So it's actually 16 miles high, which is triple the height of Mount Everest.
That's so cool that you're telling me this. Well, just because it plays on to my next fact too.
Really?
Yeah, or my next crazy fact, because I questioned something in this crazy fact, and in your fact, you answered my question.
Really?
Yes.
What was it?
So there are rocks on Earth from Mars that we didn't bring here.
How did they get here then?
They tested, properties of certain rocks on Earth, and then matched with, now we know properties of rocks on Mars. So they think they either got here in two ways, obviously before civilization and things like that. A huge asteroid impact on Mars, sent chunks flying in space, and then some chunks went towards Earth and fell. Or a giant volcano erupted on Mars, and some of the debris came in Earth's gravitational field. And I was thinking, what kind of volcano would be that big to do that? You just answered my question.
That is crazy. Oh my God. That had to have been it.
Yes, that's awesome.
So 16 miles high, triple the size of Mount Everest, or the height, sorry. And 374 miles across.
Jesus.
That's fucking
crazy.
Huge.
Yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah.
When that shit erupted. Yeah, that would do that.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's really cool. You just blew my mind.
Well, my next one, since you said one, and this one also ties to mine. Mars also has the longest valley. Interesting, right? So it's actually, I guess, Valles, Valles, Valles Marineris. Marinara Valley, or what?
Yeah, Marinara Valley. Yes, to. Please name it that, Elon. My thing is here, continue, and then I'll tell my point.
Okay, so yeah, just real quick, it's 2,000 or 2,500 miles long, and that is how would I don't know why I'm blanking. So 10 times the size of the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
And is known, or has, I guess, been measured to be as long as the United States.
So that's basically proof that there was water on Mars, or still is, right? Because that's what creates those valleys, is streams of water cutting through the or the whatever.
Yeah, that's
surface.
Crazy. Who knows what's happened in the past 13.82 billion years?
Exactly. We don't know. We weren't there. There was no cameras.
No cameras. Where's the proof?
Right. That's why when
Proof
people are
it
like,
didn't
oh,
happen.
when people show things about like the Earth and like history of the universe and stuff, it's like, oh, that's all CGI. Da, da, da. It's like, well, how else are you gonna fucking see it? You want me to draw you a picture?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So then they think just because they show things like CGI and stuff like that of space on, you know, Discovery Channel, things like that, they just think everything that's produced from space is CGI. It's like,
wow.
Okay. Like, you know how hard it is to fucking put a CGI video together in the most basic form that I try to? Yeah, now try to do that for a giant broadcast millions, billions of people are going to see.
Yeah, no.
Like,
like what?
Yeah. The only thing I do think is about the moon landing. We'll go into this maybe in a future episode. Maybe we'll do a moon landing conspiracy episode.
Ooh.
I'm just going to, because I'm sure people, you know, are listening to this because they too like and enjoy facts about space. So I'm sure they have their own opinions about the moon landing. Yeah. I think the moon landing was real, but I think the footage is fake. Boom. Come at me.
It's
real, but the footage was fake. And like I said, you want to hear about it? Email us. Let us know. We'll go deeper into it.
Your questions, comments, and suggestions.
Yes. Anyway, I'm sorry for talking.
It's okay. So when I was looking up my facts, and I just want to get your opinion on this because it was a picture. I actually didn't read the caption. I don't even know how I came across it, but it was a side-by-side picture of two Earths. One of them showed like Earth how it looks today, green, you know, and blue, and then it had, I guess I don't know what year. Early, 2000. And then it showed another Earth. You could tell it's Earth, but it's just like brown and dark, and it says 2066.
Damn.
What do you think, like that? Are they saying, obviously, that it's going to turn into that, but like, that didn't even look like people could live on it. Yeah. So
that's what blows my mind about Venus, that I kind of have my own conspiracy theory because, they say Venus, and that kind of ties into my next fact. But Venus is like the sister planet of Earth. Yeah. Because it kind of has basically the same properties of Earth.
Yeah. I think I've heard that before.
Yeah. My theory is, what if at one point humanity, like everyone lived on Venus, but because now they said at one time, because there's a theory that at one time Venus had a surface that's just like Earth, but now the surface is just full of volcanoes and gas, and you couldn't live there. You couldn't, you'd fucking burn to death. And anyway, what if at one point we lived on Venus and we were civilized and we had a whole thing on Venus, and global warming started happening on Venus, and then nobody believed it. Yeah. And then one day Venus started getting fucked up by the heat, and we had to move to Earth. Yeah. Same thing's going to happen.
Just had to
We're going to fuck Earth up. Global warming, nobody gives a fuck about it. Nobody cares, but it's real. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen. One day we'll all move to Mars. And one day somebody on Mars is going to be doing a podcast 1,000 years from now and saying, I wonder if anyone lived on Earth before us.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't even want to think about that. Mm-hmm. It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, like what if that happens and, nobody wants you to know about the life before, so they wipe your memory right before you get off. Adam and Eve, right before they got off the spaceship, they wiped their memory. And they started all over on Earth.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Hey, you never know.
Yep. Damn. That's the beauty about theories and religion and everything. You can just pick little things from each one and just be like, what if it was this though? Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm. Yeah.
Wow. Moment of silence for that. Just kidding.
So basically, speaking of Venus, Venus is the hottest planet, even though it's second from the sun, because Mercury is before Venus. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. So even though Venus is second, it's hottest because, excuse me, of the thick, dense atmosphere. Basically, traps sunlight in there and heats up the surface. And,
wow.
Yeah. So and it's even hotter than Mercury. That? Well, no, it's the hottest planet. Like, if you ask what's the hottest planet in the solar system, everyone would say, Mercury, because it's closest to the sun. It's actually Venus. Oh. Because it has a thicker atmosphere. Because of its
atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. Man, we were like, I don't know. Our facts are just like meshing so well. My next one's about Venus.
Oh, nice.
It's so crazy. That's cool. Yeah.
That's love,
so, Venus actually has super powerful winds. Mm. Yeah, so its upper winds flow 50 times faster than its rotation.
Wow.
Yeah. And I also, this is like another one of these things. So when I'm looking at my facts and if I come across, something else, I'll write it down. 10 of the Soviet Union's heavily shielded Venera spacecraft only lasted a few minutes when they landed in the 1970s. Did you just fall?
Say that last part. I just banged my knee on the table.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was trying to sit crisscross in this chair.
It's fine.
Getting all comfy now that it's finally getting cold in Texas.
I know,
Getting a little
right?
chilly.
Cold front this week.
Mhm.
God, I can't wait.
I'm
We'll
sorry,
see how cold it actually gets, though.
Right? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting you constantly in this podcast. What was your last?
So the last part that I had said, or did you, you heard about the Venus part, right?
Yes,
the winds,
okay. The winds.
So 10 of the Soviet Union's heavily shielded Venera spacecraft only lasted a few minutes when they landed there in the 1970s.
Jesus Christ.
Just a few minutes because of the winds.
And what do they get up to?
So it's the winds flow 50 times faster than the rotation.
Wow.
So you can imagine trying to keep up,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so, you're right. Everything is mashing well because mine's not about Venus, but it's about Jupiter's something involving wind.
Really?
Yes.
What the heck?
What's going on with us?
We're in sync.
Oh, that's awesome. So are you aware of Jupiter's red spot? That red spot that's on Jupiter?
I am aware.
So
and
yeah.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Yes, exactly. So many people may or may not know, but the better fact is about it. But yeah, so it's a hurricane-like storm, of course. It's oval shaped, and it is, let me see my facts here, twice the size of the Earth.
Jesus, just the spot?
Mm-hmm. Twice the size of the Earth, and it's basically a giant hurricane that's been raging for 300 years with winds of 270 miles per hour.
Oh my!
So thinking of a hurricane just going around Earth for 300 years at 270 miles an hour, just rotating around for 300 years, just going around. We would literally have to build civilization with that in mind that it's coming. So everything would have to be super
Do you know? Maybe you could look this up. How? So it's turning on the planet.
Right.
How long does it take to go all the way around?
Oh, that'd be a good question. I guess that's a good question. It does take no, that's not about Jupiter. No, okay. 6 to 14 days?
Yeah, 6 to 14 Earth days.
To rotate around?
That thing is fast.
So imagine every basically week or two, this hurricane hits in your area again.
Every week?
Yes.
Nobody could.
You can survive.
Yeah.
I don't know if it goes. It stays in the same air, the lower part.
Yeah.
So at least it doesn't go up and down.
I know it's
we would literally have to map out that area of Earth and be nobody in this area ever.
Can you imagine constantly tracking one hurricane?
Jesus. Yeah, you would create a lot more jobs. You have people that literally that's their career, just tracking this one hurricane.
Chasers. They go all around the planet.
What would you call it? A hurricane that just goes on for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
What name would you give that one?
Forever Cane.
The Forever Cane?
Forever Cane.
If you named it just Jason
Continuous
or Todd,
cane.
there would be nobody named Jason or Todd because it'd be you're the name of a hurricane that won't go the fuck away that everyone hates.
Right? Can you imagine somebody being named that and they're like, get out of here, just like that hurricane, never leaving.
Right? Shit.
Never getting out of here.
Yeah.
So if the sun were the size of a typical front door, on your house, the Earth would be the size of a nickel.
Ooh.
Compared to the door.
I've heard that one before. That's great.
Really? Yeah.
That's awesome.
That freaked me out. I was like, what?
Yeah. Damn.
Just trying to picture it.
Yeah, put it into perspective still for you.
Yeah. I actually took a nickel and I put it up against my front door.
You're that's Earth. Wow.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of interesting. Skin peels off your feet in space.
Skin peels off your feet.
So because astronauts, of course, don't use the feet that they're used to using in space because of no gravity, the skin tends to soften and fall off their feet. So when they change their socks, they don't change their socks every day. They do it every couple days, 3 or 4 days or so, because there's no the lack of washing machines. So when they take off their socks after a couple of days, they have to be careful because if they just rip them off, skin fragments will just start floating.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. They need
See, that one I didn't have to read off the page. I remembered it because it was so damn interesting.
They need to make sure when they leave for their for their voyage that they packed their pet egg.
Right? Can you imagine? Oh, all those particles just everywhere.
Ew. In the air, people breathing them in.
Ugh. That's gross.
Just foot skin.
Just foot skin. Just like Larry, you got your foot skin all over the cabin.
I know. Or can you imagine sorry, that was going to be gross. Never mind.
Tell it. It's our
I was going to say, imagine just like eating your space food and you're like, oh, Larry, your freaking foot skin is in my pasta.
Like we have a fucking husky, so his hair just tends to be just in the air
everywhere,
and it will just fall. And we're like, how did it get to that place?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the same thing for people's foot skin in space.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know. You probably have heard about this one. In 2013, the Hubble telescope spotted a blue planet that kind of looks like Earth. The crazy interesting part that I wrote down about it is that its temperature is about 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit, wow. And it rains glass sideways at about 4,300 miles per hour.
So, yeah, you couldn't fucking live there.
No.
You'd be dead.
You'd be constantly getting stabbed and shit.
Oh, my gosh. One day we're going to find a way to go to that planet. We're just going to throw all our trash in there. Or we're just going to, yeah.
I'm going
to use it for something.
Yeah, I'm going to take all my old paperwork and I'm going to go have it shredded.
Right?
Throw it in the glass.
Yeah. Old documents. People are just going to ship it to that planet. Just shred it away for good.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Can you imagine? No.
Yeah. Speaking of shredding documents and trash.
No way.
Yeah. There's about 500,000 pieces of space junk currently in Earth's orbit.
That is.
Yeah. So Earth is literally
consisting of what? Like
consisting of satellite and rocket fragments, just basically pieces of satellite and rockets, and tons of tools dropped during the construction of the International Space Station.
Tools?
Yeah, just a bunch of tools. Just from, I guess, all the people that are, all the tools that were dropped from when they made this space station. Of course, space station, all the debris from that as well. Nuts, bolts, all the junk, pieces of satellite, pieces of rockets, all in Earth's orbit. So I'm sure, like, I'm torn on this. Would aliens really want to come to Earth? Because imagine that you're an alien. Imagine like Rick and Morty. I almost wore my Rick and Morty shirt, but before
I got mine.
Yeah, literally, I was gonna wear mine and we were gonna match, but we got distracted, and before we started recording, I didn't change my shirt. But anyway, yeah. So picture like an alien, kind of like in Rick and Morty style, just floating in space, and all of a sudden they see a planet with all this shit, junk and metal, just orbiting, revolving around it.
Yeah, that's
would they want to go there, or would they not want to go there?
No, they would be like, fuck y'all.
Right?
Fuck y'all, fucking nasties.
That's why there's aliens and UFOs that get captured or that we see in space, because you think if aliens are so civil, or if aliens are so advanced, why do people spot UFOs? Why or their spaceships crash? The Area 51 has. What if they're so advanced? Why can they do all that? They would be super undetected if they're so advanced to come here. Well, what if they send all the rookie aliens to the trash planet Earth for like training and testing? They're like, if you can make it through Earth, you can make it everywhere else. We'll send you to the trash planet. If you get captured or caught or shot down or they sight you, you're off the team. But if you make it through and you get our samples, you're good.
Oh my
It's like Earth is like their training facility.
That's so sad.
Oh, God.
That is so sad. But this might be a dumb question. I don't think so. But so all those tools and stuff, I understand you said they're in Earth's orbit. Does that mean like you're meaning on like the other side of the atmosphere, right?
No, it's like right now, just like everywhere, just rotating the Earth. And then people.
Can it ever come to Earth is what I'm asking?
No, because it's stuck in orbit. It's stuck at a certain distance. And that's why people say, like, a lot of people want to say like, if all this stuff is trash is in orbit, why can't we see it with satellites and stuff like that? Because obviously satellites are in the same fucking level of orbit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Wow. Can you imagine if that shit did fall? That like you're just walking down the street and like just like a fucking hammer just falls from the sky. If
one day like
fucking
something
wrench.
just switched off all the orbit and it just all just goes heading towards
God,
Earth,
we'd
all fucking die.
Yeah, we would.
We'd all fucking die.
Oh my God, that's crazy that you say that.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's what the Space Force needs to be used for. And I've heard it said before, and I agree. That's the first mission of the Space Force. Go out there and clean up all the fucking space junk.
Yeah,
I think Neil deGrasse Tyson was the one that originally said that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true. That's what it needs to be for, you know, and then worry about, you know, everything else.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Wow. A full NASA spacesuit costs about $12 million.
Jesus.
I know, right? 70% of the cost is actually mainly for the backpack and the control module.
Fuck Gucci. You want to be a real baller, walk around with the NASA spacesuit,
man.
Then you see this control module? Like, yeah, you don't need a Rolex. You're like, you got a Rolex? Oh, I got this fucking control module, bro.
Nobody could ever show up to the first day of school and be like, hey, check out my backpack. Because literally NASA's backpack is legit. God.
That's so hilarious. First day of school with the NASA suit. Oh, that's great. Somebody has done it or somebody's gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I say about everything. Somebody has done it or somebody's gonna do it. Oh, God. So we technically live inside the sun.
What?
Yeah. You think, what the fuck is sun's over there?
I know.
So technically the sun actually has an atmosphere that extends beyond Earth and actually extends, currently they believe it extends past Neptune. So technically...
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because you can't see the sun's atmosphere. So technically the atmosphere reaches beyond Neptune. So, yeah. So technically we live in the sun's atmosphere. Yeah.
Wow.
And
that's
proof of this... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just saying it was interesting.
Oh, sorry. And proof of this is the northern and southern lights.
Really?
Yeah, because those are basically gusts of solar winds from the sun's atmosphere.
Oh my God,
And
I've always wanted to see those.
Yeah, and apparently, again, I don't know how the fuck to test this, but apparently the solar northern and southern lights happens on every planet all the way up to Neptune. So that's basically proof of the solar flare of the atmosphere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
That one's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see.
How many do you have left?
Just one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. More than 1,300 Earths would fit into Jupiter's vast sphere.
Jesus.
1,300 Earths. It's a lot. Doesn't sound like a lot. It is fucking a lot.
Fuck yeah. Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Why am I this way?
I don't know. Just completely turned. I started doing the podcast like this.
Sorry.
I'm like, thank you for watching, guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the CayVin Universe. Oh, God.
That's hilarious.
Was that your last one, or do you have one more?
Yeah, no, that was my last one.
Okay. So, Saturn has the fastest winds of any planet, ranging or going as fast as 1,100 miles per hour or 1,800 kilometers per hour.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's pretty fast. How much per hour?
1,100.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Some strong ass winds.
Right.
Talk about the whoa.
What's that mean? All right. Good episode. No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I had fun.
What else you want to talk about?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm tired, so I was here for the facts.
I'm just here for the facts.
Just here.
Well, there you go. There you have it, people. Well, again, we hope you enjoyed this episode. We certainly did.
Yeah.
I enjoyed looking up these facts, and I enjoyed just telling each other these facts.
I know, right?
So it was awesome.
The CayVin Universe telling you about the universe.
Exactly. That's great. When you said that, it just blew my mind. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. If you made it this far, again, you are the real MVP. Yeah. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any certain facts about the universe, space that you want to share with us, hit us up on Instagram and email. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Peace and love, everyone, and you will hear from us soon.
Bye, guys.